We're going to be learning a martini. Do you remember martini? Like the drink? Except it will be on the pole, and we're going to take it into some threading action and into a drop, a holly drop. Climb to the top of your pole and find your sit. Place your pulling hand slightly above your head, elbow bent, and your base hand onto your outside hip, thumb up. Bend your knees and bring your legs back toward your face in a straddle. Next, send both legs away, dropping your inside leg below hip level to prepare for your thread. Bend your top knee, taking it through the hole, and begin to rotate your hips toward the floor, away from your top arm, while maintaining your position on your wrist. Extend both legs in front of you, feet together. Lift your top leg, aiming your toes toward the ceiling in order to hook tightly behind your knee. Once hooked, your knee should be facing the ceiling and toes facing the floor. There's tips. Depending on your reach, you may have to lean to the side to get your wrist under your hips. To ease the weight on your wrist, pull yourself up with your top hand. Lots of bicep action here. Hold on with all your might when leaning back in your martini. The more extended your top arm, the further back you'll sit. Also, tuck your pelvis under and use your abs to pull your legs toward your face. Do extend your top arm for the thread, as this allows more room for your knee and foot to travel. Also, aim your toes toward your wrist if the space is still too narrow. When in your pike, you'll feel more weight on your wrist and forearm. Lastly, be sure to have a good grip behind your knee and back of thigh. Hook high and squeeze your heel to your butt. Because of your awesome knee grip, you're now able to release your bottom hand from under your hip and replace it under your top knee, thumb up. Use that bottom hand to slightly push your hips away from the pole in order to sweep your outside or bottom leg behind the pole and into your hip crease. Continue to pull with your top hand and pull your bottom hip into the pole while sliding your bottom hand below your hips, fingers facing the floor. First tip. Be sure to slide your bottom hand far below your hips for the perfect kickstand. If your hand is too close to your hips, you run the risk of being top-heavy and falling out of this pose. You also want to set yourself up for success for the holly drop. Slowly release your top hand, crossing over your torso toward the pole. Thread your hand between the pole and your bottom arm while dropping your head toward the floor and facing the pole. Continue to reach until you're able to slide the pole into your armpit and squeeze. Send your outside leg behind you away from your face. There's tips. As you rotate toward the pole and make your way into the thread, slide your bottom hand as this allows you to move into position. Keep your outside knee tight, squeezing heel to butt and inside hip into the pole as you transition. As you thread, keep your bottom shoulder engaged. Push the pole with your bottom hand. Once the pole is securely in your underarm and you're in place, arrive in your inside leg hang. From your inside leg hang, reach over your head to the floor. If you're too high, slide down toward the floor a bit and place your hands flat to the floor. Be sure you're able to extend your arms fully as this is your support. Do not go into your handstand with bent elbows. The pole ought to sit behind your inside shoulder with both hands flat to the floor, straddling the pole. Bend your outside knee, bringing it into your chest, and follow suit with your inside. Open into straddle. Points of contact: inside hip, waist, inside shoulder. Remember, elbows should not be bent, nor should your hand placement be too much wider than your shoulders. Be able to either push up or ensure there's ample space from your holly drop so arms are extended.